90% is below the ground. You think you know this house? You don't. To understand the heart of power, we have to go back 233 years to the mud.
George Washington stood right here. He chose a swamp for a capital. But he saw a masterpiece.
No machines, just muscle. October 1792, the first earth is moved by hand.
The cornerstone, laid in secret by the Freemasons. To this day, nobody knows exactly where it is.
This house was built by everyone. Enslaved laborers, immigrants, and locals.
The stone came from Aquia Creek. It's soft and porous, making it easy to carve, but incredibly heavy to move.
Expert stonemasons were brought in from Scotland. They were the best in the world. Every single flower on the exterior was hand-carved.
It took years to finish the ornaments. Burning oyster shells to make lime for the mortar. The heat was intense, and the smell was unbearable.
By 1795, the largest stone house in America is finally taking shape. It's becoming a giant in a land of cabins.
The interior skeleton is all wood. It's beautiful, but it's also the building's greatest weakness. This wood is a ticking time bomb, a 1790s waterproofing technique, molten lead. It's deadly for the workers, but it's the only way to keep the rain out.
Glass was a luxury. Most of it was imported from Europe, and half of it broke before it ever reached DC.
Horsehair. That's what keeps this plaster from cracking. It's 1798, and after 6 years, we're finally almost done. The grand staircase. It was built for kings, but meant for a president. It's November 1800. The house is freezing, and the paint isn't even dry. But the president is arriving today.
First Lady Abigail Adams had to use the East Room to dry the family's clothes. Cooking for a nation over an open flame. No running water, no switches, just wood, iron, and fire.
The East Room wouldn't be fully finished for another 20 years. For now, it's just a cavern of empty promises. Washington wanted an oval room to greet guests, a space with no corners to hide in.
Water had to be carried in by hand, one bucket at a time. No pipes, no faucets.
Why white? It wasn't about style. They used a thick lime wash to seal the porous stone.
1804, finally, the first indoor toilet. No more midnight walks to the garden. Jefferson was a total tech nerd for his time. The wild swamp is slowly becoming a landscape. For the first time, the house doesn't just sit on the land, it belongs to it. August 1814. The British are coming for this house. The peace of the last decade is over.
They ate Dolly Madison's dinner, toasted their king with the president's wine, and then prepared to burn it all.
The furniture, the books, the history, all gone in seconds. They didn't just want to win, they wanted to erase the heart of the Capitol.
The timber skeleton becomes an oven. The heat is so intense that the stone actually begins to crack. A freak storm actually put out the fires. Nature tried to save the house. The interior is gone. Only the...
Some wanted to move the capital to Cincinnati, away from British ships. But if the Republic was to survive, this house had to rise again.
James Hoban is hired again. He's older now, but he has to rebuild his masterpiece from the grave of the original.
The house was permanently scarred.
This is the moment. They painted it white to hide the fire damage. The White House is born.
A new roof, but the same dangerous wood design. They're rebuilding the house exactly as it was, trapping a wooden forest inside a stone box. Monroe wants it more elegant than before. The house isn't just a home anymore, it's a statement. French style is the new goal.
The house is becoming a palace. We've moved past simple survival. This is the era of good feelings, and it's covered in gold.
Security. After the fire, they realized the house needed real protection. These gates are a reminder of what happened in 1814.
Grandeur returns to the Blue Room. This isn't just a ceiling, it's a crown for the most important room in the house.
Stronger than 1792, but still just wood and stone. High-tech 1817 communication, one pull-up in the dining room.
New Year's Day, 1818. The house is open again. The charred ruins are a distant memory.
The first real driveway for the president. The house finally has an entrance that matches its status.
The exterior isn't finished yet. The columns are finally coming. They are literally carving the earth to fit the house.
It's a massive effort to shape what we now call the President's Park.
1824. It's a box. Let's give it the iconic curve.
These aren't just for looks. They support the grand balcony, 30 feet high. One slip and the stone shatters.
The most famous porch in the world. This is where history waves from.
Lighting the darkness. But the floor is starting to creak.
Gaslight. No more candles. But the air is getting heavy with fumes.
Running water. No more buckets from the lawn.
Central heating. A coal-fired monster in the basement. It kept the president warm, but covered the house in soot.
The East Room wasn't for parties anymore. It was a barracks for Union soldiers. The smell of unwashed wool and gunpowder filled the air.
The war ended, but the crowds grew. Thousands of people. The wooden beams from 1815 were starting to groan under the weight.
The Gilded Age. They filled the house with Tiffany glass and heavy velvet. It was fashionable, but it was suffocating.
Replacing wood with stone. Fire safety and style. Roosevelt wanted the Victorian clutter gone.
The signal that the president is home. It's the icon we know. 1902. This house is meant to be a home, but it's being swallowed by the job. It's a mess.
Digging the foundation for the temporary executive office building. The first bridge between home and work.
1909. President Taft expands the West Wing and creates the first Oval Office. The center of power shifts forever.
1927. The roof is a disaster waiting to happen. These 1815 timbers are dry as tinder.
They replaced the wood with steel, but they made a fatal mistake. They rested heavy modern steel on 100-year-old soft brick walls.
The piano leg went through the ceiling. The engineers said the house was standing purely by habit. It was collapsing. The resolute desk. A gift from the Queen, carved from the timbers of a ghost ship. It carries the weight of history. Unified. One building, one look. They painted the brick wings white to match the stone house. A protected walk for the president. Glassing in the colonnade gave us the most famous hallway in politics. 1949. Truman makes the call. They gut the entire house. Everything goes. Floors, walls, ceilings.
Bulldozers driving through the front door. It was a dissection on a massive scale. No more wood. They built a modern steel skyscraper inside the old stone walls. This house will never sink again.
While the walls went up, they dug deep down. A bunker to survive the end of the world. The Cold War had arrived.
Truman's mark. He added this balcony. Critics hated it, architects screamed, but he just wanted a place to sit in the shade.
She goes on a treasure hunt, basement to attic. She wants the real history back. The restoration begins. The Situation Room. Created by JFK, used by LBJ. The basement became the eyes and ears of the world. 1970, the press needed more space, so Nixon covered the pool. The journalists are literally sitting on top of the water.
1983, the Beirut bombing changes everything. The open house begins to close. concrete burials appear on the street.
They dug deeper again. The bunker was upgraded to survive a direct nuclear hit.
You can't see them, but they see you. The roof is no longer just a covering. It's a sniper's nest.
September 11, 2001. The order comes. Run!
After 9/11, they didn't just rebuild, they dug. A massive 5-story bunker under the North Lawn.
2006, the house gets a new brain. Miles of fiber optic cable. The Situation Room goes fully digital.
For 2 years, a white wall hid the West Wing. They said it was utility upgrades. Rumors said it was escape tunnels.
The kitchen enters the 21st century. Touchscreens and blast chillers, ready to feed 200 world leaders in an hour.
The walls are lined with copper, a Faraday cage. No signals get in or out unless they want them to. Your phone stops working here.
An invisible dome protects the house. Radar, lasers, drone jammers. The airspace is the tightest on Earth.
State dinners. It's not just food, it's diplomacy on a plate. The kitchen is a well-oiled machine.
Service.
Walking in today, you see the history. But you don't see the steel beams, the sensors, or the bunkers. It looks like 1800. It feels like 1950. But it's built for 2030. This house is about to get its soul back. It's becoming a museum, not just an office, recovering the history that was buried. Even the most powerful person in the world needs a way to blow off steam. It's hidden right under the driveway.
Real-time intel becomes the priority. The Situation Room isn't just phones anymore. It's a global command center.
The first energy-efficient White House. Solar returns, but this time it's here to stay, ahead of its time. The digital revolution enters the West Wing. From typewriters to mainframes to the cloud, the house had to learn to think in binary. Total global connectivity. No more secrets. The house is hardwired into the veins of the world. Protection against modern threats. It's a fortress wrapped in a museum. And it's still standing. It's not just a house, it's an iceberg. 90% is below the ground. It's a city under one roof. Offices, bunkers, kitchens, and command centers. 233 years of grit, fire, and steel. This house has died and been reborn 5 times.